All of us, I don't know if you can see him, but the Pope is with us today and looking in on us. There he is. Holy Father, we're so honored to have you join us at CGI this year. You're speaking to a room full of people from all over the world, from all walks of life, who each in their own way are trying to follow the admonition of Isaiah, who told us we had to be repairers of the breach. They know our world is broken in many ways, but also full of many possibilities, and they are trying to make the most of their ability to make a difference. I thought it would be interesting, given our, for me, wonderful meeting a few weeks ago, if you could say what you believe about the obligations of ordinary people to make a difference, to deal with these big challenges that are so big that no person, no matter how wealthy or powerful, no person can believe that he or she could do them alone. What are ordinary people supposed to do with their days that will make our societies better or our problems less severe? We can't hear. Can you hear?
Gracias, señor
Thank you,
presidente,
Mr. President,
por invitarme a su reunión.
for inviting me
Muchas
to your
gracias.
meeting. Thank you very much.
Es importante difundir
It is important
una
to
cultura
spread
del encuentro,
a culture of
una cultura
encounter,
del diálogo,
a culture
una
of
cultura de la
dialogue,
escucha y de
a
la
culture of
comprensión.
listening and of
Es
understanding.
necesario compartir el
It is
parecer
necessary to share
sobre cómo
thoughts
contribuir al bien común
on how to contribute
y
to the
cómo
common
no
good
dejar de lado
and how
las
not to
personas más
leave behind the
vulnerables,
most
como los
vulnerable
niños que a
people,
través
such
de la
as children,
Fundación Bambino
who
Jesús
through the foundation,
están
the
en el
patrons of
origen
Bambino
de nuestro
Gesù,
encuentro.
are at the root of this meeting.
Lo sabemos todos, vivimos un cambio
We
de
all know it.
época.
We are living through a
Solo
changing epoch.
juntos podremos salir
Only together
mejores.
can we emerge from it better.
Juntos.
Together.
Solo juntos podremos
Only together
sanar al mundo
can we heal
de
the
un
world
anonimato que es la globalización de la
from the
indiferencia.
globalization of indifference.
Usted, señor presidente, ha enumerado los numerosos retos
You,
de la
Mr.
actualidad.
President, have
Cambio
listed the many
climático,
challenges
las
of
crisis
our
humanitarias
time:
que
climate
afectan a
change,
migrantes y
humanitarian
refugiados,
crises
el
affecting
cuidado de los
migrants and
niños
refugees,
y
and
tantos
childcare,
otros.
and
A
many
ellos
others.
añadiría el
I
viento
would
de
add to
guerra
these the
que
wind of
sopla en
war
todo el mundo,
that blows around the world,
alimentando con el espíritu de la
fueling
guerra
with the spirit
lo
of
que he
war
llamado
what I have
muchas veces
repeatedly
la
called
tercera guerra mundial a pedacitos.
the Third World War
Es
fought
una
piecemeal.
gran y común
We
asunción
are
de
in need of a
responsabilidades.
great and shared assumption of responsibility.
Ningún reto, ningún desafío es demasiado grande
No
si lo
challenge is
afrontamos
too great if we
desde
meet
la
it
conversión personal
starting with
de
personal
cada uno de
conversion,
nosotros,
the personal
desde la
conversion of each of us,
aportación personal
the
que cada
personal
uno puede
contribution
hacer para superarlo
that each of us can make
y
to
desde
solve
la
it,
conciencia de lo que nos
and from an
hace
awareness
parte de
of
un
what
mismo
it is that
destino.
makes us part of one
Ningún
destiny.
reto puede afrontarse solo,
No
nunca,
challenge can
no
be
en
overcome
solitario,
alone,
solo juntos,
not alone, only
hermanas y
together,
hermanos, hijos de Dios.
sisters and
Por
brothers,
este
children of God.
ánimo siempre, y quiero hacerlo también aquí,
This
a
is
todas
why
las
I always
mujeres y hombres
encourage,
de
and I
buena
want to do so
voluntad,
here as well,
les digo, no se
all women and
rindan
men
ante
of
las
goodwill,
dificultades.
not to give up in the face of
Las dificultades
difficulties.
forman parte de la vida.
Difficulties are part of
Y la
life,
mejor manera de afrontarlas
and the best
es
way to
buscar
deal with them
siempre el bien común.
is to always seek the
Nunca
common good,
solos, siempre
never
juntos.
alone, always
En las
together.
dificultades puede surgir lo mejor o lo
Difficulties
peor de
can bring out the
nosotros
best
mismos.
or the worst in us.
Ahí reside el reto,
Therein
el
lies our
desafío.
challenge.
combatir el egoísmo, el
fighting
narcisismo,
selfishness,
la
narcissism,
división
division,
con generosidad
with
y
generosity
humildad.
and humility.
Mejor la unidad que el conflicto.
Better unity than conflict.
Es hora de encontrar el cambio de la paz,
It is time to
el
find
cambio
the
de la
path
fraternidad.
of peace, the
Es
change
hora
for
de que
fraternity.
cesen las armas,
It is time for
de
weapons
que
to
volvamos
cease
al diálogo,
and for us
que
to
volvamos
return
a la
to dialogue,
diplomacia,
to
que cesen
diplomacy.
los designios de conquista y de
Let the
agresión
designs of
militar.
conquest and military
Por
aggression
eso,
cease.
repito, no a la
That is why I
guerra,
repeat, no to
no a la
war.
guerra.
No
Es
to
hora de
war.
trabajar juntos para detener
It's
la
time to work
catástrofe
together to
ecológica
stop the ecological
antes de que
catastrophe
sea
before
demasiado
it's
tarde.
too late.
Por eso he elegido escribir un nuevo documento
That's why I have
10 años
chosen to write a
después
new
de la
document
encíclica Laudato
10
Si.
years after the publication of the encyclical
Detengámonos
Laudato Si.
mientras hay tiempo, por favor.
Let us stop while there is still time.
Detengámonos mientras
Please.
hay tiempo.
Please
Es
let
hora
us
de
stop
afrontar
while there is
juntos la
still time.
emergencia migratoria,
It's time to face
recordando que no
migration
hablamos de
emergencies,
números,
remembering
sino
that
de
we are not
personas,
talking about numbers, but about
hombres y
people,
mujeres y niños. Y cuando
men,
hablamos de
women, and
migración,
children.
pensemos en los ojos de los
When we talk
niños
about
que
migration, let's think
encontramos
about the eyes
en los
of the
campos de
children
refugiados.
we've seen in refugee camps.
Es hora de pensar en los más pequeños,
It's time to
en
think
los
about the
niños, en su
youngest,
educación,
the
en
children,
su cuidado.
and of their education and
Como
their
usted sabe,
care.
señor presidente,
As
este
you know,
encuentro
Mr. President,
nuestro tiene su origen
this
en
meeting
un
of ours
pequeño gran proyecto
stems
que me interesa mucho.
from a great
Tiene que ver con
small
los niños
project
y
that
su
I care
salud.
about very much.
En
It is
Italia,
about
en
children
Roma,
and their health.
cerca del Vaticano hay un hospital muy especial, el
In
Hospital
Italy, in Rome, near
Pediátrico
the Vatican,
Bambino
there's a
Gesù.
very special
En
hospital,
el
the
mundo se
Bambino
lo
Gesù
conoce como el
Children's
Hospital del
Hospital.
Papa, pero
In the
para
world,
mí
it is
no es
known as
por
the
eso
Pope's
que es
Hospital,
único.
but to me,
Es
that's not why it
evidente
is
que
unique.
nuestro pequeño gran hospital
It is
puede
evident
resolver
that
los
our
problemas
great
de los
little
niños
hospital
enfermos de
cannot
todo el
solve the
mundo.
problems of all the
Sin
children in the
embargo,
world.
quiere ser una señal, un
However, it seeks
testimonio
to be a
de cómo es
sign,
posible, en
a
medio de tantos
testimony that it is
esfuerzos,
possible, through
combinar
many struggles,
una gran investigación
to bring
científica
together great
destinada
scientific
a curar
research
niños y a la
geared
acogida
toward caring for
gratuita
children
de los
and the
necesitados.
gratuitous welcoming of people
Ciencia
in
y
need.
hospitalidad. Rara vez
Science
estas
and
dos cosas
hospitality.
se unen a un cierto nivel.
Rarely are these two things found together
El hospital
at such a high level.
acoge a los niños. Acá en el Vaticano,
The
en
hospital
el
welcomes
helipuerto,
children.
2-3 veces aterrizan helicópteros
Here in the
con
Vatican,
niños traídos de urgencia
2 or 3
de
times
varias
a
partes.
helicopter has arrived with children who need help, urgent help
En
from
estos
different parts
terribles
of the world.
meses marcados por la guerra,
In these terrible
el
months
Hospital
marked by
Bambino
war,
Gesù ha atendido a más
the
de
Bambino
2.000
Gesù Hospital has
pequeños
treated
pacientes
more than
ucranianos
2,000
que huyeron
small
de su país
young
con
patients from
sus padres
Ukraine
y familiares.
who escaped from their country
En el
with their
campo de la
parents and
salud,
relatives.
hoy más que nunca, la primera
In the healthcare
más
sector,
concreta
today more
forma de
than ever,
caridad es la
the first
ciencia,
and most
la
concrete form of
capacidad de
charity
curar,
is
que sin
science,
embargo debe
the
ser
capacity to care,
accesible a todos.
which, however, must be accessible
El
to
Bambino
all.
Gesù es un signo concreto de la
Bambino Gesù
caridad
Hospital is
y
a
de la
concrete sign
misericordia
of
de
charity
la Iglesia.
and mercy of the
Existen
church.
enfermedades insanables, pero no
There are
existen niños
illnesses that cannot
incurables.
be cured,
Esto
but
tengámoslo
there are
claro.
no children who cannot be
Existen
cared for.
enfermedades
Let's
insanables,
keep this
pero
in
no
mind.
existen
There are
niños
illnesses that cannot
incurables.
be cured, but there are no children who
Este es
cannot be
el
cared
sello del
for.
hospital.
This is the distinctive feature
Gracias,
of the hospital.
señor presidente.
Thank you,
Gracias
Mr.
a todos
President.
ustedes
Thank
y
you
les
all,
deseo un buen día.
and I wish you all a nice day.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to see you again and hear you in such great voice. And thank you for saying something that I hope will mean something to every person. Because one of the things that we try to do, which is difficult enough in any form of life, but especially in public life, is to convince every person that he or she has a role to play, without regard to their age or their standing. And I think you make us all feel empowered. And perhaps that is your greatest power as the Pope, that you make everybody even people who aren't members of the Roman Catholic Church feel that they have power and therefore they have responsibility. It is an extraordinary gift, and I thank you for that. And I know you have a busy day, but I wonder if there's anything else you want to say. I thank you for what you said about the children and what you said about climate change. Do you have any other message for us before you go? Anything you want to make sure we take to heart?
Ambas cosas, los niños y el cambio
Both things.
climático. Por
Children
favor,
and climate change,
sobre el cambio
please.
climático,
On climate
actuemos
change,
antes que sea tarde.
let us take action before it's too late.
Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much.